high school sports, we've got it covered. Overtime starts now.
Hello and welcome to Overtime. I'm Scott Lover.
And I'm Drew Collins. There are some exciting high school basketball games with girls tournaments play set to open this weekend. Boys teams trying to finish the regular season strong.
We have highlights from boys games at Pecatonica, Lutheran, Rockford Christian, and we're all over the NIC 10 tonight. I'm going to bring you my interview with Auburn boys coach Brian Ott, and we will spotlight Byron Super seniors Malia Morton and Macy Grow-Herring.
Let's get things started with a NIC 10 boys race that is going right down to the wire. Guilford's upset loss Wednesday night to Harlem had Guilford and Auburn tied for first place going into tonight.
And Hononegah was only one game behind both of them. We're going to get to Guilford in a moment. Let's start with the other two teams. Hononegah and Auburn going to head-to-head. It's the Gillies Heating and Air Conditioning Game of the Week. Auburn blew out Hononegah by 32 points in their first game a month ago, but this was a tight game. Started the third quarter, that's when Darian Royal gets himself a steal and a hoop for our highlights. Myquan Marshall, senior, drops in 3 on senior night. Caleb Hart will slow down the Knights' momentum. He's got the 3 ball. Hart then will drive around what amounted to an Auburn defensive obstacle course. And Hart, I like that young man. He's a good ball player. He scores there. Champ Parker's been on fire this week. Lots of energy taking it to the hoop here. He led Auburn with 19 points and 4 assists. Then Auburn gets a defensive stop. Marshall has it to Royal Whitmore. Auburn went up by 11. Hononegah did cut into Auburn's lead, but back came Myquan Marshall with his end-to-end play. Marshall had 13 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and he played some great defense. They were celebrating at the Castle as Auburn defeated Hononegah 61-51.
The difference was we wanted it more. You know, our senior night, last time on the court, we just a hungry team. You know, we all just different. You know, so we just wanted it more, and it showed on the court. That's what we had to do. So.
How good does it feel to be in this position where you at least could win at least a share of the championship?
It feels great. We haven't really won one yet, so it'd be very good to win one. We put ourselves in this position to be tied anyway, so just the fact that we've been fighting through adversity each game, it shows a lot.
So there is one piece of the NIC 10 championship puzzle now for Guilford.
The Vikings have been without their MVP, Brandon Chapman, the last few games with a concussion. That was a factor in their loss at Harlem Wednesday night. Tonight, the Vikings were at Belvedere in front of a packed crowd. Guilford's Brandon Chapman was out for this one as well. It was a crazy back-and-forth game. Guilford had a slight lead thanks to the hustle of the defense and Jordan Lopez running the break. Belvedere was right on their heels. Check out the heads-up play by Demetrius Taborn. Floater alert. That was cash all game long. Here's Lopez again, running the fast break, maybe cherry picking, but hey, it gets the job done. No Chapman, so Cordell Spencer handles the rock and takes to the hoop for 2 more. But here comes the Bucks, Dominic Alvarado, and 1. That put Belvedere within 4 points. Student section, they were loving it. Now it's Taborn's turn. He grabs an and 1. He finished with 19 points, and the Bucks had it within 1 point with under a few minutes to go. Guilford does knock down some free throws, but here's Taborn again. He hustled more than maybe any player I've seen hustle all year long. Bucks down by 3, 20 seconds to go. They put up a shot and they miss. So Guilford hangs on for a 50-45 win.
These T-Raps, they've been playing good ball of late. They're at Boylan. Brian Harper Jr., he's having a great season. He gets a steal. He'll take it straight to the bank. Harper scored 14 points. Alex Kowalski can launch from behind the arc as he does there, and the Boylan senior sinks it. A great defensive play here by Eli Farr, leaping for the steal. That paid off nicely for him and the Titans. Alex Ambrose going to get out on the fast break for Boylan. His shot is contested by 2 E-Rabs, but he still gets the bucket. Ambrose scored 17 points. John Terrian Leach gets an open look. He's got it. Will Robinson is also on target from long distance. And then it's Leach again. Same spot, same result. Then Harper Jr. takes a little drive down Riverside, and oh, that was pretty. He's got it. The E-Rabs defeated the Titans big, 77-40. The E-Rabs playing some real good ball right now.
Our next game is Freeport playing at Belvedere North, and let's check out that stash on Noah Rooney right there. That's looking nice. Demarion Douglas pull up at the free throw line. He cashes it in. Kezion Moorhead draws all the attention on this play. Dishes over to Douglas and check out the lay. Ant-Man tossing a beauty oop pass to Nathan Alexander. Alexander gonna drive again. Dishes it out to Stash Man. Noah Rooney drills it. Moorhead is so crafty. Check out this pull-up J, clean. But Rooney was moving like Curry out there. He was on fire. He will drill a three-pointer at the buzzer. And that summed this game up. The Blue Thunder won it 70-41.
Do not shave that mustache. It's working. In the other Nick 10 game tonight, the Jayhawks had it going. They won at home over Harlem 71-53. So the top of the Nick 10 looks like this now. Guilford and Auburn are still tied for first at 15-2. Hononegah third at 13-4. East is above 500 now in fourth place, and Belvedere North is in fifth. And this race is not settled yet, Drew.
Everyone still has one conference game to play, and these will all be played next Wednesday. Guilford will travel to East. That will be a challenging game for the Vikings. Auburn will play at Belvedere. We know Belvedere is a solid team, and Hononegah will be at home finishing up with Boylan. Coming up later, boys highlights at Pecatonica, Rockford Christian, and Lutheran, plus our spotlight story on Malia Morton and Macy Groharing.
Up next, we visit with Auburn head coach Brian Ott to discuss his talented team of Knights.
Brian Ott has had some outstanding teams at Auburn in his 27 seasons leading the program.
And this current team, I believe, is one of his best ones. Let's talk some Knights basketball with Coach Ott. Brian, I checked the box scores, and you got a bunch of guys who are contributing, doing a lot of everything, scoring, rebounds, steals, assists. It's extremely balanced. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw an Auburn team this balanced. How long's it been? I mean, how happy are you with that balance?
Well, I'm very happy with the balance, and I would have to say that it's not maybe as long as you think, although when Amir was a freshman and we had a senior dominant team that went to the super sectional, that group of guys had 4 players that were all averaging between 11 and a half and 15. So that was extremely good balance on that team, and obviously that team made a long run. And actually Amir was one of those 4 at that time.
You got Malik Marshall back this year. I've been really impressed with the growth in his game. Tell me a little bit about the maturity you have seen in his game this year and how valuable he has become for you guys.
Well, Myquan has worked really hard, and he has embraced the idea that here, he's going to have to play defense the way we're asking him to. And he's embraced that. He's a very athletic, very responsible, very coachable young guy. And as I say athletic, I mean the guy jumps out of the gym, as you know. But you can have all those tools and still, not play well within a team structure, right? When he was here as a sophomore, there was some of that. But no, he has absolutely done a fantastic job for us. He's learning all the time. He takes criticism very well. He's learning all the time about in shot selection, the difference between a good one and a bad one, and what's the right time for a outside shot. What do we want to do to a defense first? And he's really come to have a extreme growth in what we would call basketball IQ.
Do you sense he's taken some pressure off of Champ and Amir?
Most definitely. He, by being a scoring threat and a ball handling threat and somebody who can guard another team's point guard, it allows us to match people up the way we want to on the defensive end. It allows us, you were speaking of balance, but certainly him being a scoring threat has taken away the tendency of some teams from a year ago to go box and one against us and do play man-to-man but with no help on Amir and stuff they used to do to really try to take him away. Because we have a little bit, we have a whole group that's doing a better job of answering when people try to take Amir out of the game. We haven't really missed too much of a beat scoring-wise. In fact, we've probably been more efficient scoring and are certainly averaging more points by far than we did a year ago.
There have been some upsets in the conference this year. You guys have avoided that. You've had some close games, obviously. Your only losses were tight ones to Guilford. Is that a sign that your guys are pretty focused every night they step out there?
Well, we're certainly trying to be. I think that they have bought into the idea that we have to be. that nobody gets to show up and just be better than another team, that people know who you are in your conference. They get ready for you. If you're not ready for them, if you don't show the respect of getting ready for them, then anybody can be beaten. Yeah, certainly we were disappointed with the 2 losses to Guilford. Felt like in the first one that we had our chance to win that, and we sort of feel like we blew that. But again, like with all things, you have to credit the team that did finish the game with the win. And then a week and a half later, they came over here. Should have been a golden opportunity, and quite frankly, we didn't play very well. So other than that, within conference play, yeah, we've been pretty good.
You know these opportunities for postseason runs don't come along very often, maybe 4 times if you're Amir and you've played since your freshman year. How well do you think these guys grasp that this might be their one time to really do something special?
Yeah, I think there's a real urgency there in the group, because the fact is that over the course of the past 3 years since Amir and Champ have been on the varsity, the last 2 years, the previous 2 seasons, we have fallen short. We didn't get out of regionals in those 2 years. We fell short in the conference. We finished second both of those years. And we are laser focused on the task at hand, which is trying to make a deep run. But again, nobody just lets you. And any given night that you don't have your A game, you can be beaten in the postseason. So there's a real pressure there. But I think for these guys, they're hungry to do the thing that has eluded us the last couple of years. And this is their last go round, as you say. So I'm expecting we're going to play our best basketball at that point. I think we've been rounding towards that.
This team is a great mix of athleticism, depth, and experience. I like this team a lot.
They just have to get past Guilford. That's been the one hurdle that it's trapped them the last few years. If they can do that in the regular season and then in the postseason. We're going to get back into tonight's highlights next. A great matchup between Dakota and Pecatonica.
And Coach Murphy took his Winnebago Indians to Rockford Christian tonight. You're watching Overtime. This has been a great basketball season for Dakota fans. The girls team tied for the NUIC North Championship with Pecatonica, and the boys team won the NUIC North outright.
Tonight, the boys were looking to close out an undefeated 12-0 conference slate. Dakota took on Pecatonica. We're going to get started with sophomore Cooper Hamilton going up strong and notching 2 points for Peck. Big man Brima snagging the rebound, tosses the ball up the court to the freshman Connor Berg. He snatches 2 more. Carter Degner will try to sneak in 2 with a layup, but he will miss. Do not worry, 6'6" Zion Brima is here to put the team on his back. He finished with 16 of the team's 47 points. But the man who's owned the conference all season long, Austin Stuckey, stepped up again tonight. He led the way with 20 points. We'll go right back to Brima, again trying to fight to keep Peck in it. Grabs the steal and has another strong finish. But Liam Burke will protect Dakota's undefeated conference record with this dagger. Whispers of a state title is what I'm hearing. Dakota is red hot as they take this one 58-47.
Well, the Winnebago boys have had a great season. They're going after their 20th win tonight at Rockford Christian. Second half action. It's the Indians' Miles Smith creating the steal, and the left-handed layup is right there. Fast break time for Smith again from the right side this time for the lay-in. 2 more points. Brody Carlson of the Royal Lions fights through the defenders. The little pop pass to Cannon Leonard. Leonard underhands it. Bryant Beck will try the corner 3. Why not? That young man can hit from out there. Ryan Coral from the same spot. Same result. Beck will go cross court to Ethan Scott. He floats in the ball for 2. Winnebago beats Rockford Christian 65-43. That's 11 straight wins now for Winnebago.
Rockford Lutheran hit a cold streak at the start of this month, losing 4 straight. They're trying to get some momentum going, and they hosted Stillman Valley. For the Cardinals, Paxton Barger starts us off with this 3-ball. He flushes it through. For the Crusaders, Zach Van Blaricom delivers from long range, 3 points. Back Van Blaricom, again, from the other side of the arc. Makes it no problem. The 3-point party continues. Barger dribbles in, top of the key, nothing but net. Evan Eddy also was invited to the party, and he joins in from the corner. He lets Photog Cole know about it. Van Beblericom pushes his way to the hoop, and Evan Eddy with the nice block there as Lutheran defeats Stillman Valley 71-55. In girls basketball, Hononegah has already nailed down the Nick 10 championship. It's their 6th straight one.
But the Indians still have plenty to play for tonight against Auburn. Tyler Sorensen joins us with more on the Nick 10 champs.
Yeah, guys, it was senior night at Hononegah, and you always want to win for the seniors. But there was a Hononegah sophomore who was open to reach a major milestone in this game. And let's start with the two honorees, Jordan Demke and Kylie Simpson. And hey, why don't we start with them as well, as Jordan Demke gets the first buckets of the game. And even though it was senior night, it was also Ainsley Hughes' night, starting with this knockdown three. She was 11 points off of 1,000 entering the game. Auburn already trying to claw their way back as Destiny Robinson gets the steal, the lay-in, and the foul. But give it right back to Hughes in her spot, and she knocks it down. And also on the defensive side, getting the steal, putting it up for two. She's now only 3 points away from 1,000. But how about some defense from Auburn, as Jamani Williams blocking the senior shot. But here comes the defining moment. Demke misses. Madison Olson with the kick out. Hughes drains it. The sophomore, 1,000 points. She would finish the game with 19 total on the night. And hey, we started with one senior. Let's end with the other, as Kylie Simpson drains the three as Hononegah dominates Auburn 74-46. Now, both seniors tonight were balling, with Jordan Demke scoring 16 points and Kylie Simpson scoring 18 points. As like you said, Hononegah officially clinches their 6th straight Nick 10 title. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Tyler. I think we'll be covering Ainsley Hughes scoring her 2,000th point in just a couple of years.
Probably. If she stays healthy, she's pretty much locked for that.
It's the time in the show when we reveal our winner of the Athlete of the Week contest.
Oh, yeah. Our finalists this week were Dakota's McKenna Stuckey, Lutheran's Soraya Parker, Byron's Kason Newton, and Freeport's Andrew Seward. Almost 1,900 votes were placed.
And the winner is Kason Newton of the Byron Tigers. He received 47% of the votes. Kason had 3 big games last week, and he became Byron's all-time scoring leader. Congratulations to Newton on being selected to our Athlete of the Week. Next up, we'll shine the spotlight on 2 players from Byron's girls.
Malia Morton and Macy Grow-Herring.
Every once in a great while, a basketball program gets a truly special player. At Byron, the girls program has been blessed to have 2 very special players in the same class. Seniors Malia Morton and Macy Grow-Herring. We feature them in our Spotlight segment brought to you by Rockford Career College. The Byron Tigers have a 2-headed monster, and their story goes back years. Malia Morton and Macy Grow-Herring have been making an impact on the varsity level since their freshman season, growing together both as players and leaders. As freshmen, they helped lead Byron to a Class 2A state runner-up finish and a 34-2 record. Since then, the Tigers have continued to dominate the Big Northern Conference, winning or sharing the title each of the last 4 seasons. But for Morton and Grow-Herring, the ultimate goal remains the same, a return trip to state.
I mean, obviously it was amazing being able to go downstate my freshman year, and going second, it hurt a lot, but at the same time, it was still an honor to be second down at state. So now being a senior, I just want to use that as motivation to get back down there and this time win state.
I think we use it as motivation because we came up short and we had a good run, so we use it to push us, to help us get back down there.
Grow-Herring has etched her name into Byron history, scoring more than 2,000 career points to become the program's all-time leading scorer. She's averaged double figures every season, including 20 points per game last year, while earning all-state and all-conference honors along the way. Morton's numbers are just as impressive. She's totaled more than 1,600 career points, averaged over 16 per game last season, and has also picked up all-state and all-conference recognition. Individually, they are standouts. Together, they are something special. After more than 6 years of playing side by side, the chemistry between Morton and Grow-Herring is hard to miss. Built through countless practices, games, and shared moments on the court, some might even call their connection telepathic.
Yeah, I mean, I actually started in kindergarten. You might say I bullied Malia in kindergarten, so I've always had like a strong friendship with her, and just having that friendship and then it going into basketball since 3rd grade has really helped us grow, and that's where you see it going on and off the court and how we have a strong connection on the court because it's our friendship outside of the court that makes our connection so strong.
The thing about our chemistry is really special because it goes way back. Like, we even had AAU together since 3rd grade, so it's a lot of years. So, like, we just have, like, this special thing. Like, we can just look at each other, we know, like, just able to read each other. We can tell, like, each defender, like, how they could beat it because Macy can post up on someone that's shorter than her, obviously. Like, if I have a quicker step, then Macy knows, and I can hit the backdoor cut. So, like, we've been able to read each other for a long time, and it's really helped us on the court.
Just like a look, like there's a look in her eye. If I know she's going to backdoor or something, she'll give me just like a nod or a look. So that's usually when I hit her on the back door. Or if I can see that she's got like a defender that might not be as quick as her, I know she's already going to be coming off. And that's just based on IQ of like reading your defenders.
They have already left a lasting impact on Byron girls basketball, but with one more season to write their story, both know the best chapter could still be ahead.
You can tell that those two are more than teammates, they're very close friends.
A couple of those pictures of them embracing each other kind of says it all. We're going to see how many more wins they can lead Byron to over these next couple weeks. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with you here again next week, 11 o'clock on Fox 39 after GN Sports.
And a reminder, you can find our highlights and scores anytime on our website, mystateline.com. And we're also streaming throughout the weekend on the My Stateline Plus app. That does it for this show.
Enjoy your weekend.